This tutorial, I'm gonna teach you how to learn Active Directory. So let's start with this video. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna open Active Directory. We're gonna select Tools, and then we're gonna go under Active Directory Users and Computers. So here in Active Directory, what we do, we usually enable accounts, disable accounts, create accounts. Active Directory is a good tool for tier 1, tier 2, system admins, network administrators. It's part of Server Manager. So I have a video on how to install Active Directory that I'm gonna leave the link on the description. So let's start by creating a new users. So for example, usually when you open Active Directory, it will show like this. So what you guys are gonna do, you're gonna maximize this little arrow right here, and then you're gonna select, like, for example, any of your organizational units are these folders. So to create an organization unit, you right click your domain, and then you hit new, and then you hit a organizational unit, and then you create another organizational unit. So I'm just gonna name it as Scam World 1111111. So as you guys can see, I have my organizational unit, and then in this organizational unit, I can create new users. I can set up policies. So let's start by creating a new user. Let's create a new user. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna right click our OU, and then we're gonna select new user. So first we type our first name. Let's name it Alan, and then last name, uh, Smear. I don't know. And then his username login is gonna be. Let's start with the first letter of the initial, and then his last name. I don't know, something like that. So that's gonna be his login. So we're gonna select next. Here we have different options. We have that the user must change the password at the next logon. So let's set up a password. Let's set up a password for him. Let's set up a password for him. And then let's see if we can do options. So this option, user must change password and next login. So what this does is that the first time the user logs into a new computer or to any computer, it's gonna require to change his password. So we're gonna leave this option on. User cannot change password. If you was gonna set a password that is like it won't change, so you can select this option. But in my case, I cannot, because I have the I must unselect this one. I want the user to change the password at the next logon. You can do the password never expires, but like I say, it will have to be a password that will not change. So I'm gonna unselect this, and then I'm gonna select user must change password. And then you can also disable the account. If, for example, let's say the user is gonna start in a month, but you want to go ahead and create a user, so you can create the user as well. So we're gonna do next. So we're gonna select finish. And as you guys see now, I have my user here created. I have my user already created, and it's part already of the organizational unit for the Scam World. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this one more time. We're gonna create another user again. So new user, and then this user we're gonna name it Adrian. And then last name is gonna be last name is Stroke. So this is gonna be the new username. So the new username is, we're gonna name it as Adrian. So this is gonna be how he's gonna log into the Scam World domain. So next, again, set up a password. This is 90% of the things that you do if you're in charge of, like, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, a system admin, whatever position you have in your job. It's part of the things that you do when messing with Active Directory. So as you guys can see now, I have two users. So now what we're gonna do, let's say I want to reset a password on this user. So what I'm gonna do, let's say Adrian calls and he said, hey, my account is locked out, or I need my password to be reset. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna right click, and then we're gonna select reset password. So here I can reset his password. So I'm gonna reset his password, and then I'm gonna give them this default password. And then I'm gonna select the user must change the password at the next login. So I'm resetting his password, and then I'm gonna give him the password, and then I'm gonna tell him that the next time he logs in, he has to change the password. And then let's say his account is locked out, we can select this option to unlock the user's account if in case his account was locked out. So we hit OK, and then as you guys can see, now we have the password for Adrian Stroke has been changed, so that's good. So we hit OK. So now let's say Alan calls and he said, hey, my account is disabled. I got this error message that my account is disabled. So what we can do, we can go right here. We can right click. We can check for his name. We can right click it, and then we can select. In this case, I'm gonna disable his account so you guys can see what would it show when it's disabled. So you guys will see the enable account. So in that case, let's say he calls and he said, hey, my account is disabled. Let's say he tried so many times. His password, he tried to log in and he forgot his password, and then his account got disabled. So we can go here in Active Directory, right click it, and then enable his account again so he can log in one more time to his account. So I'm gonna close Active Directory, and then like I said, let's say it's your first time in Server Manager. To open Active Directory, you go on Tools, Active Directory, Users and Computers, and then here we have our username. And as you guys see, I only have 2 users. But let's say you have multiple users. So for example, let's see the default ones that Microsoft select. So you guys can do and go to action. You guys can go and go on the scam world this organizational unit, the scam world OU, and then you can for example go on this action, and then you guys see where it says find. So you guys are gonna find, let's say you have like thousands of users, in your or like, and then you need to find somebody. So you go here. I'm gonna show you one more time. So you are in Active Directory. You're gonna go on Action, and then you're gonna select the option Find. And then let's say I want to find Alan. So I hit Find now, and here I have Alan Smirnov. So I can add to a group. I can disable his account. I can reset his password. And this is a very useful tool to find users in case we have so many users, and it's like, for example, somebody calls and he said like, hey, I need my account reset or something. I can just go on here and then find his account and then reset it that way. I can also look for printers, like if I have printers, if I'm in charge of the print servers, I can search for computers. I can search for OUs, organizational units, like I said. But usually what we search the most are users and also computers. So this will be the ones that you guys will be using the most. So like I said, it's very helpful. If you guys have like thousands of users, you can just type the name of the person, and then you guys will be able to just see it here. And same thing, you guys can rename. You guys can add it to a group, disable his account, reset his password. When would I disable an account? This is a good option. So let's say the user, the employee stops working for the company. I can disable his account. That way he can no longer access anymore to our company, and it's for good security purposes. And let's say the company needs some of the files that he had stored or something. I can just rename his account and then log in. So now that we have done that, so we're back in Active Directory. Close that. And then we are on Outland. We're gonna right click on one of the users, and then we're gonna select properties. And under properties, I have so many things. Like for example, if I go under his account, I can select this option right here, unlock out account. Let's say his account is lock. I can just select this account, unlock account, and then I can hit apply. And then now his account is unlocked. So I can go here. I can set time logon hours. I can set like for example, oh, this user is only gonna work from like Monday from like 8 to Monday to Friday, from like 8 to 4 or something like that. And then I can hit I can hit login denied from this time, or like login permitted. So I can do multiple options here. I can do so many things. So in my case, I'm not gonna worry about none of this. You can check addresses. You can do like here. You can type like, oh, this is where he's working and stuff like that. You can provide telephones. You can check organization. You can do remote desktop. But like I said, the most important thing is the account one. This is the one where you guys are gonna do most of the time, and you guys will be able to do like for example, is password, like past user cannot change password. User must change password at the next login. Unlock account, like I say, unlock the account, multiple things. And this is pretty much for this Active Directory course, guys. If you guys have any ideas or something I can improve or be better, let me know in the comments. And see you in the next video. And if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel.